Hey guys, and welcome back to our channel. Today you're joined with me, Jess, and me, Ryan, and today we're doing a huge life update. So if you see one of the previous videos on our channel, you would have seen us attending an appointment, and basically I have decided to file for divorce. It was all on my part, it wasn't on Jess's part, but since we've been to that appointment, Jess and I have had a lot of conversations and we both now do agree that divorce is the best option. Even though I know divorce is the best option, Ryan, it is still really hard because I'm madly in love with you still. I know you are, Jess, but our marriage is becoming far too toxic. Even you admitted that. I know, Ryan, and you're right, this is for the best. So basically, guys, we're in the process of going through the legal procedures to become divorced. And along with that, that means that Ryan is going to be moving out of our flat. This is our flat that we've lived in for years. We lived here before we had the girls. We've done a lot of renovations on it over the years, but we've come to the decision that I'm going to be staying on living here with the girls and Ryan is going to be moving into new accommodation. Yes, guys, I thought I was going to have to move in with a friend, but it turns out that I've actually managed to get my own flat, which I'm really excited about. Once I move in, I will make videos there because we're both still going to be carrying on filming YouTube videos and I'm going to be seeing the girls every weekend. Yes, and that's going to be starting from when Ryan moves out. And another exciting thing, Ryan, I'll let you tell them, is I've actually now got a job. I've been offered a job a few days a week, which is great. It means I'll have some income coming in and I'll be able to provide Jess with child maintenance. If you don't know what child maintenance is, basically it's money that I will give to Jess towards the girls' keep and then I can financially support the girls because obviously at the moment I've been unemployed for a while and therefore Jess has mainly been paying the bills out of her money. But now that I've found a job and I've got my own place, I will be paying my bills on that place and I'll be paying money towards the girls. So that's what's happening in terms of parenting. We'll insert a clip now of us telling Amelia what's happening. We didn't tell Amy because she's quite young and she didn't really understand what's going on. I mean, she is only 2. It's very difficult to explain to a 2-year-old what's going on. But what we will do is as and when Amy asks questions, we will answer them the best we can. Yes.
Daddy, can I talk to you for a moment?
Of course you can, baby. What's wrong?
I heard Auntie Emma on the phone say you are divorced with Mummy, but I don't know what that is.
Oh, Amelia. Mummy and Daddy have been having some arguments.
What sort? About me?
No, not about you, darling. Just between us. But divorce means that me and Mummy aren't going to be living together anymore. You're going to have 2 houses. One with me and one with Mummy. Here.
But will I still live with you too? Why will you live in a different house? I'm confused.
Because that's what happens when Mummies and Daddies get divorced. But don't worry, you'll still see me a lot and so will Amy.
Like every day?
You can't come to my flat every day, but we can FaceTime.
That would be good, Daddy.
Do you understand?
Yeah. I love you, Daddy. Does that mean I'll get 2 of everything?
It means you'll get 2 bedrooms. And you'll get 2 lots of presents at Christmas.
That's cool.
Good girl. Daddy's going to be leaving soon.
I miss you being here, though.
It's okay, baby. She was a little bit upset when she found out, but I think she understands that we're doing this for the greater good in the future. That's what I keep telling myself anyway. Most of the reason we're getting divorced is because Jess and I keep arguing. We have arguments about money, we have arguments about where people are going to sleep, we've been having arguments about parenting, and we just don't want to raise our children around those arguments. So that's the reason for the divorce. And as much as I still think a lot of Jess, I'm not actually in love with her anymore. And I know that hurts you. You didn't need to say that. I know, but I'm trying to be honest on camera. That made me feel a bit sad, Ryan. Don't keep crying, Jess. And that's another reason why I felt like we needed to end it. But it's no one's fault, and Jess wants to remain friends with me and I want to remain friends with her. Yeah, I definitely do. So guys, we're now going to answer a few questions that you guys have asked us on Instagram. If you don't follow us on Instagram, I'll leave it on the screen now. So the first question we have is, have you always felt the need to divorce? Personally, no. Obviously, when I married Jess, I didn't think I was going to divorce her. I thought I was going to spend the rest of my life with her. However, that didn't play out. And since things have been getting this bad, I've always thought we might need a divorce. Since the last time we separated, I have thought we'd need a divorce. But obviously, I haven't felt that through the whole of our marriage because we were really happy at one point. Exactly, and obviously at first when we started having these arguments, I didn't think it would come to a divorce either, because everyone has ups and downs. But obviously when Ryan suggested that he wanted a divorce, I just went along with it because I listened to his reasons and I've realised they're for the greater good, if that makes sense. The next question is, and how will it work with you both and the girls? Is there going to be 50-50 custody? So we're both going to be co-parenting the girls, but the girls are going to still be living here with me. So 5 nights a week the girls will live here because that's the school week. Obviously as Amy starts school, it'll be easier if they're both living together through the school week here with me because I live quite near the school and everything. I just have a quick car ride, and obviously Ryan will see the girls at weekends. He will sometimes pop around in the evenings and see them. And at weekends they will go to his flat. Yes, and that way we will both get to see them. But Jess will probably spend more time with them than me just because they're living with her most of the time. The next question is, was it hard to make a decision to stay together or to get a divorce? First, when Jess left me the first time when we had the break, it was really hard to make that decision because we were in a toxic relationship, but I felt like I couldn't live without her. But as time's gone on, I've realised that I'm not actually in love with her as much anymore. So for that reason, it was easier for me to suggest getting a divorce. Also, I thought that that was in the best interest of the kids. So that's my answer. And my answer is yes, it's hard. I still didn't want a divorce up until very recently. I was very against it. So yeah, it was a hard decision for me. The next question is, how do you think the girls will react? So you would have seen Amelia's raw reaction in this video, but I think she's going to be quite upset when Ryan actually moves out. I think she's going to miss him a lot. But she's going to be FaceTiming him literally all the time. I know she will, and I can't wait for that. But that's what I love about iPhones. You can just FaceTime anyone, anywhere in the world at any time. It's great. So we do think Amelia's going to be sad. In terms of Amy, I don't think she's really old enough to understand what's going on. I think she'll miss him for a little bit when he goes as well, because obviously she'll see Amelia's missing him, and Amy's been really enjoying playing with Ryan recently. So I think they're going to miss him through the week, but there will be times obviously when Ryan will still pop round. And when they go to his house, I think they're going to really enjoy spending time with Daddy and then time with Mummy separately, because it just means that they'll get double of everything. And I think that's the best way to explain it to them. So they'll get double birthday cake, things like that. And I think hopefully that will help make them feel better. But I do think it will be hard initially for them. But as they get older, it will probably be easier because they'll be used to it and they won't remember this time when we were together. Do you guys want to see other people? Personally, I don't think I'm going to be ready for another relationship for a while because I deeply still love you, Ryan. And I think I need a bit of time just to focus on the girls and focus on getting through the divorce and just focus on being a working single mum for a bit. What about you? I can definitely see myself getting with someone else. I mean, I've always wanted more children, but Jess has never been keen. So I'm quite excited for what the future holds, to be honest. You think you could get with someone else real quick? yeah, if Mrs. Right comes along, of course. Ryan. The next question is, do you two regret being together or anything? Personally, I try to believe everything happens for a reason, but obviously there are some things that I maybe wouldn't have done if I could go back and change things in our relationship. For example, I probably wouldn't have been so controlling over the way I was treating Ryan where the girls were concerned, because I think I've had an impact on your relationship with Amy, Ryan, and I am sorry for that. Yeah, you definitely did, but it's okay. It's in the past now and things are getting back on track. So I would definitely do that differently. And there are some things I regret too, which I think have contributed towards this. Obviously, I should never have taken voluntary redundancy from my job when I had kids to support. But like Jess said, it's important to learn from your mistakes rather than to live in regret of what you've done. The next question is, does Jess still live Ryan? But I think that means, does Jess still love Ryan? Yes, I do. I love him with all my heart. And I love you too, Jess, but just not as a wife anymore. More like a deep friend. Thank you, Ryan. I need to get used to that. The next question is, who will be in charge of the kids? Both of us. We're co-parenting. Nothing's changing in terms of how we parent. We just won't be doing it under the same roof anymore. But if anything happens with Amelia at school, I'll still have my say the same way I would if I was living with Jess. And if I don't agree on something she's doing, I'm still going to have to tell her. But if we do argue, it will be less toxic and it won't be around the girls. That would be the main difference. How are holidays going to work? So holidays will work in the way of, if I'm going on holiday, I will take the girls away, even if that goes over the time they're meant to be with Ryan. And then when we get back, they may spend a few extra days with Ryan to make up that time if it's school holidays. Or if Ryan's going away, then he will take them away even if it doesn't fall at weekends. And it'll just be like that, really. But the girls won't miss out on anything like that. They'll probably end up getting more holidays because we're not together. Yeah, that's true, actually. Will the girls have a bedroom at Ryan's place? Yes, they will, because I have found accommodation, but they will be sharing again. But I think that will be fine because they're pretty used to that anyway, aren't they? Yeah, they are, and they actually really like sharing. And there you guys go. That was our life update. I know this is a very sad time. We are both so glad that we've sat down and filmed this video to update you all. If you did enjoy it, please leave a thumbs up. Make sure to subscribe and let us know what other videos you'd like to see. And until next time, we'll see you soon. Bye!